Welcome and thanks for stopping by. Whether you're new to the channel or have been here before, if you enjoy this video and would like to help me produce more content, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Today we're back to revisit a watch we've previously featured on the channel. This is the Zelos Mako, and this is the version 3, but specifically this is batch 2 of version 3, or as it's being referred to in the Timekeepers group and elsewhere, version 3.5. As we'll talk about in the video, this is one that we've already featured on the channel and had a full review on, so this won't be a full in-depth review. I do encourage you, if you're interested in more information on this model, to look through my video descriptions, and you'll see the full Mako review. Additionally, I have another that's a related model, which is the Zelos pairing or collaboration watch with a company called Stitches and Buckles for their Adamas lineup. That one is referred to as the Terra. There are full reviews of both of those available, and we'll look at more of that throughout this video. But before we get started here, I want to show you, since we're not going to be doing an unboxing, one thing that I did notice as a change here. This is the slip covers that you're probably familiar with. This is the latest slip cover. You can see it's a subtle difference there with this, but I did want to point that out. I thought it was a pretty cool little upgrade, not really something that's been announced, and that is the slip cover that goes over this acacia wood box, and it still comes with your nice pleather watch roll inside, but you can check out the other videos for more information on that. Before we dive into this video though, I did want to show you a watch I'm wearing today. This is the Solace Starlight. This is a new offering that's going to be launching on Kickstarter soon, and I wanted to let you know, if you have not already hit that subscribe button, in addition to this watch, I have many more that are coming, new and exciting offerings from a variety of manufacturers, so I encourage you to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned, because I'm very excited in some things that are going to be coming. So with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and take a quick look at some of the basic specs so you don't have to go through the other video to get the fundamental details. So this is a 40mm case. It is 20mm lug width. The lug to lug is 46mm, making this very both small and large wrist friendly. Nice wide open expansive dial face, but at the same time still wears well on smaller wrists as well. The overall thickness without the crystal is roughly 11.5mm, and with the crystal, it's roughly 14.25mm. As you can see, this does have a double-domed sapphire crystal, and it does have an inner AR coating on that. The movement in this is still the same. It's the Miyota 9015. Fundamentally, most of these watches, most aspects of these watches are completely unchanged from the other version 3s that we've looked at. The biggest difference, of course, as you can see here, is this is the first time on the version 3 that these are available in bronze casing. And then there are some changes to the stainless steel as well, and we'll look at those here briefly too. These still are going to feature your dual loom. That is a signature of the Mako lineup and many Zelos models. So this is going to be C3 loom on all of the markers as well as the hands. And then you have the bezel is C3 as well. And then on the second hand, as well as the chapter ring, you do have accents of BGW9. Notice these ones, these two particular colorways, and this is the Hunter Green, and this is the Burgundy in the bronze here. Both of these chapter rings you can see are black and then have white writing on there. The white writing is BGW9. These are not full loom chapter rings like we've seen on some of the other models, so I did want to point that aspect out to you. So looking at this here, and we can take a look next to one of the models we've previously seen. This is the Ice from the first version of the Mako V3. One of the things I wanted to point out, and we talked about in the prior video, was that there were some changes to the case back. When I opened this up, this one had been milled, and then this is stamped. One of the complaints of the early version 3s was that the case back was too sharp, and as you can see, I leave the stickers on mine here. That helps to negate that, so I didn't find it to be a huge issue. It definitely, the reviewers are correct if you've heard other people complain about the sharp case back. When I opened this one up, I was surprised to see visually it looked virtually identical to me, so I was expecting to see a more marked difference between the two. However, when I slide my fingers across, it is completely buttery smooth now on the edges, so I'm not sure how the stamping still achieved those real nice tight crisp lines and that beautiful Mako embossing in there, but the edge, while you can feel a little more on the edge, no sharpness whatsoever on that in my opinion, and then going around the actual shark, it really is smoothed out nicely. So that was a fantastic upgrade from the first one and one of the minor complaints with an otherwise virtually flawless model. You, of course, have the same exact thing on both of these. These are identical models with the exception of the colorway here. Both of these do feature, similar to the first batch of the V3s on some of those models, this does have a nice Whirlpool guilloche pattern, and it does have a fume, so it fades out or gradient in there so you can see it gets darker. One of the things that I really like with this batch that has been a complaint for me on some other ones, and it's a minor complaint, but the color matched date wheels on some of the models, particularly the teal. In the past, I didn't think that they were the best color match for them. The teal tended to be a little bit too bright for the dial, so because it's a fume, it matched well with the center of the dial, but then as you got out to the darker section, it really stood out. That was probably a conscious decision to try to make that a little more legible, but personally, I absolutely prefer this. You can see that green is just flawless with the color match. And then the same here with that burgundy. It just blends in perfectly. And then with having that white font, it just really pops. Still very legible. Nice clean date window. I like it a lot. Really happy with that change. So now let's look at the stainless steel version since we only have the bronze here. This is the Terra model that I mentioned a moment ago. And this, while you can't buy this directly from Zelos, this one is currently available. So I do encourage you to check out the video if you'd like more information on this, and to definitely jump on this one while it's still available. But the reason why I wanted to check this out is this is the same that if you order any of the models, the standard dial options that are available from Zelos, you'll get this same thing here. So you'll get this upgraded bracelet, which the main thing is this clasp. You can see it's a completely different style clasp than the earlier models, so no longer does it have the fold-over keeper. Here it's now just a standard double pusher, but the biggest thing by far is that it has this absolutely brilliant Christopher Ward style micro adjust. So this is a toeless micro adjust. You just slide this little lever, and then that slides in and out, and you can see that it's currently in the somewhat adjusted position there for that. So really cool. I'm glad to see that carried over. As far as pricing on these guys, they did change a little bit. So in the past, the first batch of the version 3 was $369 at launch. These are still currently under launch pricing. I do want to encourage you. I know people always complain about these are never available in stock. Well, now's your chance. There are some of these that are in stock. Unfortunately, these two colorways are not presently available, but there are still some bronze ones as well as some stainless steels. The price did go up slightly for the bronze, just being the more expensive material. This did bump up to $399. Still, in my opinion, a great overall value for these watches. And then the stainless steel bumped up a little bit as well. That one now, the reason for that being is it does include this bracelet with the upgraded clasp, which that previously was an available option for it. So not only did it have, in my opinion, an inferior clasp compared to this new one, but additionally that was a separate option. So that one has bumped up. It is $429, and that's for the standard colorways. There are available in both the bronze and the stainless steel. There are meteorite dial versions, and those ones are a little bit more expensive, but you can see more information on the website. As far as the launch pricing, it is slated to end on October 15th of 2020. So I do definitely encourage you, if you are looking to pick one up, while they haven't sold out yet, I suspect that they will soon. And additionally, even if they don't sell out, the price will be going up. I believe it's around $100 in the coming weeks here. So definitely, if you are interested in one, I encourage you to go ahead and jump on it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this outside. Out here in natural light is where these guilloche dials really start to pop. You can see that green just picks up so much more of a vibrant hue to it. You start to get that fume effect coming out. And it's the same thing with the burgundy as well. You can see that really comes to life. It starts to bring out more of an almost wine coloration, really becomes more vibrant. And then looking at the two side by side, you can see just how dazzling both of those are and how nicely they go together. While I don't suspect most people are going to be looking to pick up both of these, they really do complement each other quite well and achieve a very different look. Closing this video out, I did want to point out that you can see the overall finishing on the bronze is exactly the same as the stainless steel was. And let's go ahead and pull in one of those stainless steels. You can see it still has the nice linear brushing. It still has the polished accents. Of course, being bronze, this will patina, so over time that will tend to blend in a little more. You'll still see some differentiation between what started as the mirror and what started as the brush. You can see this one, despite being relatively new, just from handling and exposure, is already starting to pick up just a little bit of patina here and there, but this still has that nice rose gold luster to it. Additionally, with regard to accessories, one of the things that I neglected to point out is the bronze version only comes with this Tropics rubber strap. This is the same one as previously, but it does have, instead of the stainless steel buckle, this does have a nice bronze buckle that comes along with that. The stainless steel version does come, as I mentioned, with the bracelet now. And instead of coming with the Horween leather as the second strap, that one does come with the Tropic rubber strap, just with the stainless steel buckle instead of the bronze buckle for that model. So those are a couple other differences between the first batch and the current batch. Again, the bronze only comes with the Tropic rubber, the stainless steel comes with the bracelet, and the bronze and the Tropic rubber strap for that, just with the stainless instead of the bronze for hardware. So I hope that this has been helpful for you if you were looking to see a little more in real life as far as what these dials look like. As you saw in the outside shots, just completely gorgeous. It's really incredible how this Fume dial and how that Whirlpool guilloche just picks up and plays with the light. Very cool effect. Overall, my change, all of the thoughts that I shared on the prior batch is exactly the same for this current batch, and actually even a little more emphatic. I previously, and as if you're familiar with the channel, you know I have a number of Mako models. I previously was a very big fan of this. I think with the minor upgrades that they made, making the case back a little bit smoother, changing out the clasp and upgrading that, making it available in more case materials, even more gorgeous dial colorways, I think that this just took an already great watch and made it even better. So if you're considering picking one up, now is definitely a great time to do so. If you enjoyed this video and would like to support the channel more, you can actually find me on Instagram, and additionally, hitting that like and subscribe button helps me to gain exposure and to produce more content. Thanks for watching.